you know, Marvel, they've been getting some complaints every now and then. You know, you just ain't the Marvel that we used to know.
Yeah, I finished. From what you were saying, I went ahead and finished Agatha All Along this weekend, and yeah, man, you know, like episode 6 got better, and then by the time it was all said and done, I was like, I stand by my original assessment of this show. It ain't
right.
for you.
All right, that's why Marvel said, Martin, hold on. We got something for you.
Mm-hmm.
We knew you'd be talking shit. We knew you wouldn't like the show, you know. You and a lot of other people. So to show you that we have heard your complaints, to show you that we are listening and we're trying to get on the right path, they just released 2 new trailers yesterday. Was it in Brazil?
Yeah, I think so. At a Disney event, right?
Yeah, was it like D23 Brazil? Something like that?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And they actually called me up and they said, hey, Corey, you know, make sure you show this to Martin Thomas. Julian's going to be all right, but make sure you show Martin this and see if you can turn him around.
Okay.
Because they say that these 2 trailers right here, giving people a lot of faith, at least in what Marvel's going to be doing this next phase with these couple of movies and some of the TV shows that they're doing, like Daredevil. But I know you're thinking right now, well, what can they do that's so special to win me back? Let's go ahead and take a look first at the trailer for Captain America: Brave New World, Martin. And we'll be back to talk about that just a little bit and then look at the Thunderbolts trailer that also came out.
You asked for me.
Damn, Tyler Perry work on this? Why they take a bunch of cotton balls and just tape it to this man's head?
You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
You racist fuck.
You know what? Just fend for yourself. You're good.
Yeah, you're talking shit to me right now. Well, look at it. You know he want to call him, you damn old crack ass. He was MAGA red. Man, listen. I think that they are definitely trying to do a throwback, of course. Everybody said this to Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. But, so they're making this is kind of a first for them in a way. If this movie comes out the way this trailer looks, it looks like they're trying to do not only a sort of like a spy thriller, mm-hmm. but also a political thriller in a way. And because it's a political thriller, it looks like they're trying to do a throwback with the trailer to like the 60s and 70s, like with the Manchurian Candidate, mm-hmm. the way they do like the split screen.
Oh, yeah.
And this looks like this feels like an old trailer from the 70s or late 60s.
Yeah, it does have that.
That's so interesting you say that, because I was going to say the total opposite, that it reminds me of something very modern. Like, if I put on my stream side by side that trailer with the Black Ops 6 Call of Duty trailer, which is also about espionage and political intrigue. So it's kind of similar in tone.
They probably have taken influence from
exactly.
60s and 70s trailers too.
Especially, you know, like stuff like 3 Days of the Condor.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the Jackal.
Even the way they introduce the names here feels like they're trying to attract probably an older audience, playing on their nostalgia, because the way they bring the names up feels like a 70s movie.
Under arrest. Captain.
By the way, I gotta say, I'm so happy that they are finally acknowledging there's a big ass fucking hand in the ocean. They're acknowledging the Eternals now.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. So now they're finally acknowledging Eternals.
Technically, they acknowledged it in She-Hulk.
There
was like a blurb like in a newspaper they show close above.
Okay. Well, this is that's an Easter egg. This right here, I mean, it's a giant ass hand.
Yeah.
So they you know, I was gonna say, is somebody gonna talk about this big ass fingers in the ocean?
That movie never happened.
And you know what? That's one of the main reasons why I'm hoping that this will be great. Because Anthony Mackie, I think he deserves it. Anthony Mackie is such a great actor.
Mm-hmm. He is hilarious. I love him.
That feels a little weird for me. We're getting very much this political thriller, this spy espionage thriller, and then we cut to.
Since when were they read?
Now I know that this is a comic book movie, and there are very much comic book things going on throughout this trailer. I would say that probably the trailer moves so fast that it changes tone so quick.
Yeah.
To go from like, this thing that feels like a political movie to, straight up just a goofy ass comic book movie right here.
Yeah.
That's Harrison Ford turned to the Red Hulk, which is canon in the comics.
Yeah. There's no, getting around that. I mean, so often with these superhero movies across the board, they can be as grounded as they want to be, but at some point there is you got to bring the superheroes back in.
If Marvel can actually, keep up with what we see in this trailer here, great. But I think we saw this with Black Widow. We saw it with Secret Invasion, and it's all, man. Just if y'all can just if we can just do a great script. If this movie can be standalone without depending on too many connections to other things, and thank God y'all stop fucking with that multiverse so much. So maybe we're in an area now where we can concentrate on a good story instead of like, oh my God, what can we tease next?
Sure.
That's what's going to matter.
Well, of their movies, the Captain Americas have been the strongest of the brands. The movies and TV shows. Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Love
at least
that
was
show.
my favorite of all those TV shows.
I like that show too.
And so it's within this, the subgenre within these movies. This has a good track record.
Yeah.
And outside of the Red Hulk, which is like, all right, this is the comic book stuff. Everything in this looks serious, and I mean, Black Widow had its chance, but I bet if we went back and looked at the trailer, we'd be like, yeah, I can see where this was not going to work out like it was supposed to.
Yeah.
I really like this trailer, and I had high expectations for it because of all the stuff I've heard going on in the background. Like, how many reshoots did they do for this movie? Like, wasn't it supposed to come out like 8 months ago?
Yeah,
or something?
I don't know about 8 months, but it got pushed back.
Yeah, it got pushed back hard, and it was because like the early audiences were like, "What the fuck is this?" So this had to look amazing because this movie is basically being Frankenstein together with all of these reshoots, and they've invested tons of money into this movie. So I think Disney is banking on this delivering. It has to.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think again they are consciously trying to, and I think those reshoots happen because everybody started complaining about the cute colorfulness of Marvel, and now they're trying to get a little bit of edge going on, especially now that Deadpool and Wolverine did so well. Which, by the way, that's a comedy, but that was a very hard R, edgy comedy. So I think they're trying to bring back a little edge right here. And I like I said, man, I think that one of the biggest things is that they really are not mentioning any kind of multiverse kind of thing going on. But, man, you know what this trailer does I think is so cool? Before they actually get to Red Hulk, I thought it was a good balance of I thought it was a good balance of this feeling like a political movie and them having comic book moments in there that just seemed to fit. Like Falcon out there taking down missiles.
Yeah.
Getting ready to fight, soldiers.
Right.
You know how a good James Bond movie feels when it's like they take some of the more outrageous stuff, but they're able to blend it in with like the spy stuff, especially when the movies do get political and whatnot. That's what this feels like.
Yeah. And don't call him Falcon because
I'm sorry, Captain America.
Because the other guy is going to be the Falcon.
That's true.
I was going to ask, who's the guy in silver that was standing next to him?
Yeah,
in that one shot?
it's the new Falcon.
Ah,
And he's been in the other movies.
okay. I don't recall.
He just didn't have the suit. But
You talking about this guy right here?
Yeah. Joaquin, I forget his last name, but in comics he becomes the Falcon.
And I think that's another thing that kind of is jarring between this all of a sudden being getting a Red Hulk and a comic book shot, because you have so many shots in here that look like a drama.
Yeah.
Like this right here.
Yeah.
If anything is giving me hope, it's simple shots like that.
Yeah.
Because they ain't joking around. Everything ain't bright and colorful. Man, got to a moment where Marvel, with all the money they got from Disney, some of that shit started to look like a TV show.
Yeah.
And some of the TV shows started looking more like movies. So I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, man, I have a lot of faith in Marvel already based on these trailers. But still,
you got to be cautious.
Yep.